My love for you is pure like a morning dew. When you post your lewds and my heart jumps over the moon. You liked my tweet when I said you were thick with two C's. That's when I knew that I'd found the girl for me. And all I had to do to have you was sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. And you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. I've been subbed 1 year, so I just got a new badge. Now all the plebes in chat know that I've seen your vag. And I know someday you'll finally realize that I love you more than your boyfriend or those other guys. Yeah, all I have to do to have you is sign up for tier 2 of your Patreon. 'Cause you're my Patreon girl, and your love for me depends on how much money that I pledge to you monthly. But you make me feel like I'm the light of your whole world, but deep down I know I'm being used by an e-girl to pay for her G-Wagon. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart. Yeah, oh, yeah, nice car, yeah, oh, please don't leave a scar on my heart.
Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? The demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. 僕の未来は誰にもわからない。
Good morning. Well, it's a Thursday morning. It's still frosty here there in my little hobbit hole down under the hill where I live. But at least most of the snow melted off yesterday. We still got it maybe a couple 3 inches out there, but it's getting better. And anyway, good morning. Just real quick, let's welcome in some of the chatters in here this morning. We got Squatch and the lovely Miss Kim, Fuzz Ace, Purple Paw Prince, Bethan, Pinklint Kalaski, Mr. Gamer, and of course the wonderful Stream Element bots. Yeah, because did you commission for a new intro, Peepaw? No, that's, I've had that. I have been using that intro. I've been using, good Lord, how long have I been using that intro? Let me go out here and look at that file. It has been a hot minute. I can tell you that right now. Where is it at? Okay. Come on, where am I at here? Let me go look at the properties and this details on this thing. Yeah, I've been using that since July of 2020. Yeah. So it's been coming on 3 years I've been using that intro. I had there was a young man who was a college student that was a friend of my son's. He was going to, they were going to college together, whatever, or we're attending the same university, what have you, right? And he was going to school to be a video game artist, design the graphics and things like that for a video game. And, I asked him, could he do something like that? And he said, yeah. And so I paid him some money because, college kids always need a little money. And so I threw him a couple of bones and he made me that little intro. And it's kind of retro and Lord knows I'm retro. So anyway, yeah, I've been using it for a while. As far as doing a new one, I don't think so. I like that one. I'm gonna probably keep it for a while. Uh, well, Fuzzface, I love you too, and I hope you're doing well as well. Did I build a snowman? No, I did not build a snowman. I'm not Elsa. I no. Um, let's see. That Amber chick. Hey y'all. There you go. I try. Hey y'all. Get that y'all in there. Rachel Pepperoni uh, is in the house as well today. So anyway, so let's get into the stories. Got a couple little videos, quick videos we're going to watch. Then I'm going to show. We'll get to the topic of the thumbnail. I don't know if you guys got to see the thumbnail or not, because it was kind of put up, kind of, I guess, late for the lack of a better word. Um, Let me just bring it up here on the screen for you guys real quick. Boom, the thumbnail. I threw that together this morning. It looks like hot garbage, but I hadn't even had my first cup of coffee yet. But we've got some Beau Blacks news, guys. We have an update on Beau Blacks. See if Beau Blacks has an STD. Shame on you, Nerdy John. Shame on you for wishing that on our Bobby. We don't want Bobby to have some sort of STD. Get out of here with that. So anyway, so got a little funny cat video this morning. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not anti-cat, but I am anti-cat. And the reason why I'm anti-cat is I'm allergic to them, right? I'm not anti-cat in the sense that that they're horrible pets or things like that. I've been allergic ever since I was a kid. Their fur and stuff just causes me major allergic outbreaks and stuff. And so my sons, and so I did not want my sons when I was growing up, they always wanted a cat. They wanted cats. I was like, you didn't get no cat. I said, we ain't having it. Well, we could have it be outside. No, no, not even gonna have it outside because they always start off as like outside pets and stuff, right? And then the next thing you know, it's inside. And so no, I said we're just not even going to do it, right? So that's so like I said, I'm not anti-cat for the sake of being anti-cat, right? But anyway, so let's watch this little video of this cat being a cat. Okay, two hearts. Okay, fine, whatever. But like I say, my mom had cats. She loved the cats. She got this cat like after I moved out of the house and whatever. I don't know. I was in my early 20s. And it was a bobtail cat. It was naturally born that way. No, nobody had actually like pruned the cat. I guess that's an actual like a species of cat that they don't have tails. They're like I don't know what the whatever it is, but yeah, the cat is helping. Yeah. But anyway, the thing had zero tail with just a smooth butt as it could be. But her name was Daisy. My mom named it Daisy, and that cat would go right up a tree, and I would get birds and could come right back down it and never ever miss a beat. You know, like a lot of cats, sometimes they'll get stuck up and they don't know how to get it. Not that one, man. She would go up and down trees, get birds. She was something else. So let's take a look at this video. I watched this one this morning and I was like, nah, fam, I'd pass on this one. But watch this. This thing has had 2.3 million views. And there is no audio, right? The audio is cut out, right? You see this something's going on underneath this dock. Oh, look at there. This giant, I don't know what species of whale that is. I don't know if that's like a blue whale or I don't know. I'm not well versed in the different species of whale. All I know is a big freaking whale came up underneath that dock at this. I don't know where, I guess it's an ocean somewhere, but I don't know where. But holy smokes, just look at that thing right there by the dock, y'all. Do you know what it'd have done if it came up and hit that dock? You have any idea? People would have been getting wet. Boats would have been destroyed. That's crazy. You can see the barnacles. See the big old barnacles on it. I don't know if it's like its underside or I don't know, but man alive. Good night. That's just crazy, right? And so I come across this guy, and his YouTube channel is Aloe Stretch, I guess how you say it. But he does these little funny videos and stuff. It's a humpback. I don't know. It might be Mr. Gamer. I have no idea. Oh, Squatchin says it's a humpback. Fine, it's a humpback. I'll take your word for it. Because I don't know. Listen, we don't have things like that where I live. Okay, that's not something we deal with. I mean, we have like catfish and bass and perch, brim, you know, walleye, things like that, you know, gar, carp, drum, red horse, things like that, you know. So, man. Yeah, I saw that where Stardust got her. I was going to talk about that yesterday, and I actually forgot about it. But Stardust, which, by the way, I've had one little conversation with her back when the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing was going on, and she and I did not see eye to eye on that at all. But um, and I've listened to some of her content, and she and I just are from two different walks of life. But that being said, I did not feel that what I really do believe she was targeted. It was a mass flagging, but I was, and so I was tweeting it, YouTube and stuff to take a second look at that termination because I didn't think it was warranted at all, and I was glad to see that they finally took a second look at it. That was not just some bot or maybe a low level, entry level type person that did it. That there was a supervisory person or something that re-examined everything, and I was glad to see her channel got reinstated. When a person works as hard as she does and makes as much content as she does, even though I don't necessarily subscribe to her type of content, that's fine. That doesn't mean anything there. She had gotten 10,000 subs on YouTube. That's no major. I mean, that's no minor accomplishment. That's a big thing. Um, and if I'd gotten a channel to that size and something like that happened to me, I'd be fighting mad, as they say. I would be I'd be very upset. And um, like I said, I was just glad that it all worked out. Um, and I'm glad that she held a Twitter space, was pissed. Yeah, I would have been too. No, what do you call it, you guys? No cap, no nonsense. I'd been ranting and raving too. And even though I've been trying to do my best to get away from saying dirty words, I'm sure I'd have had quite a few to say about that. That that's no joke on that. I really would have. So yeah, if you don't like somebody, if you don't like the content they're making, whatever, that's cool, right? Uh, here's a real simple thing. Click on that little red X up in the top right hand corner, Alt F4, uh, or just move on to something else, right? I mean, there's lots of content that is made and released every day on Twitch, YouTube, things like that. Uh, I don't watch and I never will watch because it's just not my cup of tea. But that doesn't mean I don't think it should be there. I mean, there's people like, for crying out loud, there's people like Hassan Piker that's making content every day that is to me is the most brain dead, stupidest takes I've ever in my life heard. But I still believe the man has a right to voice his opinions. As stupid as they are, in my opinion, he still has a right to voice them. I am not for silencing people. Um, I am 100%. I guess I'm one of those. You would call it probably a hyper or extreme First Amendment persons. I believe anybody, even if they're spouting the most vile, putrid, racist, bigoted, homophobic, just any if it doesn't, they could just be the most anti-Semitic. It could be the most anti-Christian. It could be the most anti-Muslim. It could be I don't care. I believe a person has a right to voice what they want to say, and they should not be silenced. Now, that being said, platforms like YouTube or Twitch, things like that, Twitter, all these different platforms out there that exist social media wise, 100% have the right to have a terms of service that says we are not going to allow that type of content on our platform, on our in our ecosystem, right? Because that is their sandbox, and in their sandbox you have to adhere to their rules. So I'm okay with that, right? When Twitter was out here prior to Elon buying it, and there were peoples whose voices were being silenced that primarily seemed to be coming from a more politically conservative view, whatever, right? I wasn't happy about that. I thought that was definitely biased silencing, or but here was the thing: it 100% was Twitter's platform. It was their sandbox. It was their right to ban those people. I didn't like it. It didn't sit well with me. But again, this was their playhouse. You have to play by whatever rules, and even if they change it on the fly, it's still their sandbox, right? Um, just like when Elon came in and he started unbanning people, and then people who were more on the left side of things, it seemed politically, started getting up in arms because these people who they felt were uh, uh, problematic, shall we say, were being allowed to have a voice again, because Elon felt like all voices should be heard. They had a problem with it. Well, okay, that's fair. You can have a problem with it. But just as when they were telling people, if you don't like this censoring that was going on, or this silencing of these voices, go make your own platform. Guess what? What's sauce for the goose, my boy, is sauce for the gander. Go make your own platform, right? Just like these other people did. They tried different ones, right? They tried Paul, or they tried Truth Social, I think, which is the one that former President Trump is kind of behind. They have all these different. Then go start your own social media company and do your thing, right? Um, yeah, Ashley, all these platforms are hypocritical. 100%. I don't disagree with that. Um, be it YouTube, be it Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of them. Yes, they're all hypocritical to a certain point. Some I think are worse than others, but irrespective. So that's my little rant for that, I guess, for the day. Um, hadn't really planned that, but anyway, some of my sometimes some of my best rants are not planned. Uh, yes, independent is the way to go. So anyway, let's take a look at this. This guy, let's get back to funny because funny's better. I like funny. Funny's a good thing to do.
Let's see what you got. Okay. White Castle. Crystals. Okay. Well, geez Louise. Dadgummit. Oh, I got you here. Okay. Quick Trip. Bucky's. That's not even a gas station. No, it's an experience. There's no way you beat this right here. Chicago Dogs. No, bless your heart.
Bless your heart.
Wait, what does that mean? Did I win? No, not if you willingly eat that.
Exactly.
No. Let's see what you got. Okay. White Castle.
Bless your heart, he said. Just bless your heart. I don't think I'd eat a Chicago dog either. Lord, that just looked nasty, y'all. Let's see if can I get back over there real quick. I'm gonna take a better look at that.
Crystals. Okay. Well, geez Louise.
Jeez
Dadgummit.
Louise.
Oh, I got you
Dadgummit.
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Quick Trip.
Okay, cool.
Bucky's. That's not even a gas station. No, it's an experience. There's no way you beat this right here. Chicago Dog.
All right, now let's look at this thing, shall we? Okay. So we got us a hot dog. One that's pretty good there. And it's got a tomato wedge on it, and it looks like it's got some sort of a sweet pickle or something, or some sort of pickle on there, and sweet and a deal. What kind of insane mustard, onions? It's got something green in there, and I'm not for sure what that is. All right, folks. Fuzz Face Chicago dogs are amazing. Fuzz Face, we're going to have to do some research here, my brother. What is a Chicago dog? Okay, a Chicago dog. So I'll be Frankfurt. We're good there on a poppy seed bun. Fine, ain't got a problem with that. Yellow mustard. We're good there. Chopped white onions. I'm all right. Bright green sweet pickle relish. Yeah, I lost me there. A dill pickle spear. Huh? Well, no. Tomato slices or wedges. No, I don't do the red rings of death. Pickled sport peppers, a variety of capsicum, and okay, so that I'd probably be all right, and a dash of celery salt. Said a complete assemble of a hot dog, Chicago hot dog is said to be dragged through the garden due to the many toppings. The method of cooking the hot dog itself varies depending on the vendor's preference. Most often they're steamed, water steamed, simmered, or less often grilled over charcoal, in which many cases are referred to as char dogs. The conical recipe does not include ketchup, and there is a wide shared strong opinion among many Chicagoans and aficionados that ketchup is unacceptable. Well, that's one thing I agree with right there. Ketchup on a hot dog, period, is unacceptable. It's un-American. Put a mustard on that thing or not at all. Let's see here. What do you mean I got Midwest is better? You got to eat it? Now, let me tell you something. There's only way to have a hot dog. You put that thing on a charcoal grill and you grill that thing up good and you slap it in a hot dog bun and you put a little mustard on it. That's all it needs. It doesn't need no more other than that. Or occasionally you could put a little chili on top of it. I don't mind a chili dog every now and then. If you'll put a little fresh chopped onion on top of that, I'm okay with that. Maybe some shredded cheese, but there's no way that I'm with him. Bless his heart for that one. Bless it. I don't do sweet pickle relish, and I don't do the red wings of death. So we got to move on with that because I ain't having that. I ain't having that in my life at all. Oh man, sweet pickle relish is delicious. Miss Paw Prince, you and I are going to have a serious heart to heart, my dear, because no, sweet pickles of any kind is not good. I don't like them. They're nasty. They're just nasty. Lord of mercy. Let's see here. I like a coney that's so messy you have to eat it with a fork. Yes, ma'am. That's what I'm talking about. Get you one of them big old foot long cheese conies. It's got the mustard on it. It's got the, and I can even tolerate this. It's not my favorite, but I can tolerate it if they put a little coleslaw on top of that cheese coney, right? Put the chili on there and the mustard and the chopped up onions and a little bit of coleslaw. I can even do that a little bit. No. What do you mean next week? Who was it said they love ketchup on it? Gracial putting ketchup on a hot dog? No, we ain't having it. Fight you? I'll fight you over that. That's just, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. When you take ketchup, okay, and you put that ketchup and you squirt that ketchup in that bun and you put that hot dog in there, just the sight alone is unappealing. It looks like a bloody stump of something. How? No. Lord. Cheese dogs are where it's at. Next says, yeah, I put ketchup on hot dogs once. Oh Lord, I've got a war going with chat over ketchup on a hot dog. Y'all are insane. Got people wanting hot dogs on a Thursday morning. Oh, Beaver says, what does it matter what you put on your anus fingers? The ketchup isn't going to ruin it. I guess you're kind of right there, Beaver. Guess that's all a hot dog is, right? It's buttholes and lips. Barbecue sauce. Barbecue sauce is okay. Like when you're grilling, you know, and you put a little barbecue sauce on, like on a hot dog or a hamburger as you're grilling it, it's kind of to finish it off a little bit. That's okay. I got no problems with that. Nick says, I like to eat the blood of my enemies. Ketchup reminds me of such. Oh, Lord, you guys are killing me. Oh, gosh. Oh, me. All right. So let's move on. Let's get off the hot dogs before we have World War III break out in my darn chat. Oh, Lord. So I don't get to watch, or I don't watch too many of Joe Rogan's podcast. I never did. I don't have nothing against Joe. I just never watched his podcast. But I'll see these little shorts and stuff come along, and I like the shorts. They crack me up. And this one really got me.
There's a guy in a plexiglass tank. This fucking gigantic great white comes circling him.
Oh, fuck that.
And it just fucking attacks him from the bottom and breaks right through the fucking cage.
Oh my God. Dude, don't show me this.
Bruh.
Show me it.
Show me it.
So this dude is in a plexiglass box.
There's the box.
And he's there in the water, and here's a shark.
See it?
Boom, and it comes right through the fucking plexiglass.
Look at
Easily
this,
to the
y'all.
floor. Look at that. Easily.
There's a guy in a
What is wrong with these people, y'all? What is wrong with these? And a plexiglass? Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, man. Guys, are you ready for the news on Beau Blacks? Are we ready? Are we ready for the update on Beau Blacks? I've got Beau Blacks news. As you guys know, because we covered it on the show here back a couple of days ago. And Beau Blacks went out, hooked up with this girl on this app called Bumble. And the young lady came over to his house and they watched Sonic 2. And everybody knows that Sonic 2 is an aphrodisiac. And it led to all kinds of debauchery. There was weed smoked, there was alcohol consumed, there was gagging involved. And then the sweet, sweet love that Bowblax can make occurred. And then we had to proceed to give Bowblax a sex ed talk because Bowblax did not use any type of contraception. And Bowblax subjected himself and future partners to all kinds of, well, STDs and stuff, right? And so, we tough loved Bowblax that night. Dave and myself, Nicholas DiOrio, Matt Pitt, and we set Bowblax down and had long, hard talks with him about choices and life choices, right? And so we got word from Bobby last night. We got this word, and thankfully it was good news. And we have this says, "Do you have the results from my test?" And they said, "Hi, yes, your testing was all clear." So Bowblax is in the clear for any type of STDs. But what we're not for sure about is he making garbage pail kids? We don't know. Because even though he says he did not climax inside of this woman, as we had to educate him that the pre-ejaculate also has sperm in it, and how it could still get a woman pregnant even if he didn't. So we may have a new generation of Bowblaxes coming. We don't know yet. We just don't know. But that being said, I'm glad to see that he's in the clear and that he didn't get something that is going to render him, useless in the going forwards, and spreading and making the next generation because Bowblax believes that people like him who are autistic is the next evolution of mankind. And I know Bowblax wants to usher in this new, evolution of man. So so far looks like Bowblax is safe and that he can help with that ushering. So, let me just finish signing this tweet out. Let's see here to get this going here. Come on. Send this out here. Send now. There we go. Send. There we go. So, that I think this is the same guy that did the little video, the little short we watched just a minute ago about the South versus Midwest. I came across this little video. It's only about 3 minutes long. We'll watch it this morning, and it's called Waffle Dojo. Waffle Dojo. So
My name is Sensei Jimmy.
Stop. We're not ready for that yet. Silly thing. Here we go.
My name is Sensei Jimmy, and this is the Waffle House Dojo, aka the Wahoo Dojo. Now, if you ain't from around here or you've never traveled the interstate in the South, you should know that Waffle House is about three things. Cooking waffles all the time, except when we're whooping ass. Now, if you thought working at Waffle House was just about cooking breakfast, well, you'd be right about the day shift. But at night, we gotta keep our head on the swivel and our minds sharper than a knife. Oh, hold on, actually, we got something on this one. I thought this was clean. I teach the night crew how to smother, cover, and chunk anybody who breaks the Waffle House code of conduct, which honestly is a very low bar. We just ask that you keep your pants on for at least half the meal. Now, like,
See, I don't think that's too much to ask, right? All they got to do is just keep their pants on for half the meal. Is that too much to ask, guys? Because I don't think it is. I don't think it is at all. But as we've seen time and time again on this channel, Waffle House at night can get a little bit crazy, right? So let's go on and listen to some more of this training video.
Like most martial arts, the way of the waffle is only to be used for self-defense against the highly intoxicated. Or anybody who comes in between 12 a.m. and 4 a.m. Because honestly, if you're up that late, you're probably asking for it. I mean, there's a reason why those cowards at Cracker Barrel close at 8. You ain't never seen anybody fighting in them rocking chairs, have you? Fun fact! Did you know that there are more than 3.5 million ways that you can eat our hash browns? Which is half as many ways you can catch these hands. Now, before you can serve up an all-star smackdown, you waffle warriors must demonstrate knowledge of our world-famous Bacon's system. B stands for block. Literally anything. If a customer can pick it up, they will throw it. Well, believe me, some of them got some arms too. Oh, A stands for ask them, are they sure they want to do this? I mean, a hurricane can't shut down Waffle House. I'm pretty sure a pissed off lady named Candace who just shut down Senior Frogs ain't even gonna slow us down.
Not only did a hurricane not shut down Waffles, y'all, no joke. This is no cap. This is the truth. Waffle House, I think, was the only restaurant that remained open, serving customers during the heat and height of pandemic. So, yeah, they sure enough did.
That's right, Candace. I remember you, and you still aren't allowed in Waffle House store 542. C stands for coat the whole floor in syrup. That whole thing needs to be stickier than a Dollar Tree flat track.
That's the truth. That's right. When you go into a Waffle House, you probably need to have your shoes laced on good tight. Don't wear no Crocs or flip-flops in there because you'll come right out of them things.
Woo! O stands for offer your condolences to any family or friends who might be nearby. Let them know this ain't an IHOP, okay? This is Waffle House, baby. We're like an oil stain on a comfort colored t-shirt. We ain't going nowhere. That's what's up. Where's my syrup? N stands for knock them into next week. I mean, just start wailing on them. Let out all that frustration that you pin up because you've been having to listen to the same 4 Morgan Wallen songs because the only people willing to download an app to use our fancy new jukebox are 20-something-year-old ladies who just love that man. I mean, I swear to God,
do it.
he's
I'll whip
just
it out
Jason
when I
Aldean with...
need to.
Hang on here. We got a donation here. Jay Station tipped $1. Says, hey, guys, it's me, Jay Station. I'm here at Waffle House at 3 a.m. Yeah, we need a Jay Station at the Waffle House at 3 a.m. 100%. Oh, Lord.
with a cold. That's all he sounds like. Oh my gosh! And S stands for smoke break. Buddy, you've earned one. After a long night of serving up hash browns and haymakers, go ahead and grab whatever you got near you and light it up. I mean, customers gonna be all right in there for a few minutes by themselves, right? I mean, what's the worst they gonna do? Get up and make their own breakfast? Hell, that's why they're a Waffle House.
Exactly.
They're too drunk to even try it. Oh man, I gotta get a new job. Hey, Geraldine, I'm coming back in there. Just hold your horses. Damn.
Now I'm gonna tell you something. You can tell right away that man ain't never smoked no cigarette in his mouth, because I'm going to show you something here. Let's see. Let me get back up here. All right. Let's take a look at this. You see how he has that marble hanging out of his mouth like that? That's not how you hang a marble out your mouth. That's not how you speak it. No, at all. So, man, he never smoked a cigarette in his life. You can tell. You can just tell by looking at him, right? But I found, I don't know, it's like maybe, I guess that's kind of how the algorithms are. It's like all of a sudden, when I started talking about different Waffle House news and things like that on this channel every morning, it just seems like a little segment that we do. It's like I'm starting to get all kinds of really weird videos and stuff recommended and suggested. So anyway, it's I guess that's just the real algorithm, but I'm getting lots of interesting like Waffle House feed stuff. But so this next one I'm not for sure about. I had to look this girl up. Julia Fox. I didn't know who she was. And so I did the Google thing, and anyway, it seems that she became, I guess, known for doing. It said, I think it was like, hang on here. Let me just do this here again. Says she's an American actress and model, and she's known for her debut performance in the 2019 film Uncut Gems. She was born in Milan to an Italian mother and American father. She spent her early lives with her grandfather in Italy. She lived in a one-bedroom apartment with her family, though she knows she was never felt like we were poor. I thought there was something about her. She had done like some sort of posting. I guess she was in Playboy in 2015. So she's kind of weird, I guess, because she did an art exhibit entitled Rip Julia Fox, which featured silk canvases painted with her own blood. I know at one time she was dating Kanye. But anyway, this is, I guess she's kind of an actress model. I didn't really know anything about her. I'll be honest, I didn't know anything about her. But she did this little video, and evidently it is kind of, from what I've seen in the news, it's kind of got a little bit of a people should be in Playboy. No, people should not be in Playboy. So, no, just no. People, there's several things people should never do. People should never be in Playboy or Playgirl, for that would be more appropriate. People should never have an OnlyFans. And people, you should never watch people dance. That's just three things off the top of my head that should never ever happen. So, yeah, we are not people. People is not triple X. That if you want that, you're going to go somewhere else, y'all. But anyway, back to this young lady. So Julia Fox I guess she gave this tour of her apartment, and it's really like a smaller, modest apartment in New York City. And she lives there with her 2-year-old son. And I guess, it's got, it's not a real swanky apartment. It is more mid to lower end, I guess, as far as like income range for or cost for apartment stuff in New York. And I guess she has a little bit of some rodents and stuff, as you will have sometimes. But she's getting a lot of slack over this. And so let's watch this little video. and we can discuss it.
Okay, I never thought in a million years that I would do this, but I do believe in maximum transparency. And so I'm going to give you guys an apartment tour. And I know I'm going to get roasted and whatever, but hopefully maybe someone can watch this and be like, okay, well, maybe I'm not doing so bad. So we can start in my bedroom, which is the living room. So yeah, I put my bed here in the living room so I could turn my bedroom into a little playroom for Valentino. I know I have that clothing rack there that I really need to get rid of. But anyway, yeah, this is where Valentino hangs out. And oh, this is my nostalgia mirror. That's Valentino when he was born. That's my friend Harmony who passed away. That's my friend Jonna who passed away. And there's a little bit of her ashes in this urn. I love this thing. I bought it on West Broadway and it reminds me of me and Brianna. This is my little grow station where nothing is growing because we don't know what we're doing. And then this is just a very long hallway. Nothing happens here, just more. It's Valentino's little daycare schedule. Just more stuff. Richie, I love these photos. And this is just my little bathroom.
It's tiny. I'll say
Very
that much. It is definitely
but,
tiny.
You know, it does what it's supposed to do. And
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean-
Valentino's little kitchen area. And this is my kitchen area. Don't judge me. I know, cotton candy machine. I know it's really messy. I also have shoe boxes in the kitchen, which
I haven't seen anything problematic so far. I mean, yeah, she lives normal. Exactly, Jordan Sar. This is just a normal, everyday person's house. People's homes are cluttered at times. What? Because she's some movie actress star that they're supposed to have some palatial, house or mansion or apartment that costs several millions of dollars and has all these different rooms or whatever.
is very common for New Yorkers. This is Valentino's room.
Okay.
I put the most effort in this room, I think. I put a little loft, and I really wanted him to have a cute room. However, he does not hang out in here at all. He only wants to be in Mama's room. He doesn't even sleep in there. He sleeps in bed with me. Yeah, we're co-sleepers. Sue me. I don't care. And
Yeah, people. I was reading the thing where they said they got upset because her son's like 2 years old, and sleeps in the bed with her. Okay, as a person who has raised two sons, there were times where our sons would come and sleep in the bed with us because maybe they were sick or they'd had a nightmare or something like that. I get that, right? Now, I will say this. My personal recommendation is that they need to sleep in their own bed. It's just better for them developmental wise to be in their own bed, their own space, to have that whatever, right? But that is just my personal opinion. That doesn't mean that what this woman's doing and how she's raising her kid, there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's one thing in the world wrong with this apartment that she's raising her child in. From what I read briefly this morning, because I didn't do a deep dive on any of this, because I didn't think this needed a deep dive, it seems like she comes from humble beginnings, and she has had some success and some notoriety, and she's raising her child the way she was raised with modesty, and there's something to, I would say, that is commendable about that. That she's not raising her child in this luxury, right? When she probably could. And so then the child is not going to grow with, and it looked like the child's room was clean, and it looked like the child's room had plenty of things for the child to play with and entertain entertain his mind, and to help develop the creativity and stuff that young kids need to stimulate and to get them to develop. So I'm not seeing a problem here. I don't know who's having issues with this, but I would say they're out of touch.
Anyway, that's the whole apartment. And we're back in
Yeah.
this room.
Okay.
For me personally, I don't like excessive displays of wealth. They make me feel icky.
Okay.
You know,
Fine.
especially people that have really big houses. It's just really wasteful when there's so many homeless people in this country. And
Fair
like,
point.
I'm not really like that. Yeah, we do have a little small mouse problem, but you know, it's a problem depending on how you look at it. You know, I kind of let them rock. I appreciate that they at night while we're sleeping come out and clean up the crumbs that my son drops on the floor. So
Okay, that's a little bit problematic there. I'm not going to say that's nasty. Rodents carry all kinds of diseases and stuff on. You need to get that squared away. If your son's dropping crumbs, I get that. I raised kids. Good Lord of mercy, they can be nasty little things at times. They just spill stuff everywhere. I get that, but you need to, just sweep the floors. And I understand that sometimes, trailing up a 2-year-old is a chore. That's the only thing that I heard in that whole thing about, she kind of just lets them rock. No, you need to get some traps out, either humane ones that you can turn around and let them go if you're not into, just extinguishing the little buggers, or whatever. But you definitely need to do that, because the thing of it is like I say, they carry diseases, and I don't think you'd want your son getting sick from the diseases and stuff that they carry. Um, so, but other than that, I had zero problems with this woman. I had zero problems with, her living in a small apartment, even though she has the means to live in a great big, a bigger place. Um, I honestly, I have more admiration, even though doing artwork with her own blood was a little bit weird for me, but I'm not an artist. So what do I know? I have a little bit more respect, I think, for someone like this that says, "Hey, I'm going to live in these meager existence here," because I think it's flamboyant and gaudy and stuff when we have this problem with homelessness and these people who live in the streets and whatever. And people who live on the streets, they're there for all different kinds of reasons. It can be uh it can be for mental reasons. It can be because they especially like with young people. And I know, like, especially within the LGBTQ community, that sometimes when young people come out as being gay or lesbian or transgendered or whatever, parents are not acceptive or receptive to that, and they will kick them out of the home, and that's horrible, and that should never ever occur, ever, but it does. And so I know that we have a large portion of homelessness is because of that, and that's sad. Like I said, we have a lot of like homeless vets who come back from military service and stuff, and because of the things that they experience, they cannot process things, and they cannot deal with things, because they need mental health treatment and stuff. And I know there are a lot of homeless, people like that too. And then we have just some people that it's just a way of life for them. Um, um, because they choose it. It's not, they're not there because of mental health. They're not there because of being kicked out of a home, whatever. It's just they choose that lifestyle. Why they choose it, I have no idea. It doesn't make sense to me, but I know they do. Um, so for her taking and saying, "Hey, I'm not going to live whatever," and hopefully she's taking maybe some of that extra money she has, and she's giving it to reputable charitable organizations. She seems like, from what I've read about her, she probably does do some sort of uh, work philanthropy work towards that type of stuff. Like I said, I didn't dive too deep on it, but just hearing her say this type of stuff, like I said, to me, I don't know, carries a little bit more weight. Maybe I'm off on that. I don't know. Um, and if I am, hey, it's fine. It is what it is. But to me, it just carried it just been a little bit more respectful to me. Um, let's see, what else do we have here? Too much time. Okay, we got to wrap this up. I had a TikTok or a TikTok video from a Waffle House fight. We can watch it real quick. Um, no, I'm gonna save that for maybe tomorrow's show. I think I'm not gonna go back to Waffle House. We should have done that during the Waffle House segment. I came across this early this morning when I was scrolling through. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into part of people. Don't judge me too hard on this, guys. Don't. There's reasons why you're fixing to see what you're fixing to see. Okay, so just don't judge me, and I'll tell you why you're seeing this.
Oh, I definitely have been hearing you loud and clear this week. You've woken up the motherfucking beast, and I'll be reviewing makeup starting again next week. A lot of foundations and mascaras and certain things I hear may be fraudulent. So if y'all want an unbiased motherfucking bitch that's been reviewing makeup for 10 years, that has never accepted a fucking coin from one brand to ever say a product is amazing, then stay fucking tuned, because the bitch is back.
Okay. So that is a TikTok video that Jeffree Star put out, and Rich Lux tweeted this out and says, and just like that, Jeffree Star has awakened from slumber, are ready to take our, I think that's supposed to be our, but it's our breath away. You stand in the presence of heir to the Iron Throne, rightful Queen of Beauty and First Men, protector of the Seven Kingdoms and the Mother of Dragons and breaker of chains. I don't think this is Khaleesi. I don't think Jeffree is Khaleesi, but I get what you're saying there, Rich, and I guess kudos for play on words there, right? So why is Peepaw watching Rich Lux and Jeffree Star? It is a kind of a story. All right. So when, I don't know, it's been a bit, but back when Shane Dawson started really doing his documentaries, I became more attuned to him and watching his stuff. And so, but I never watched the beauty community stuff. I didn't watch the channels that covered it, that did the drama stuff, like Taddy Westbrook or James Charles or Rich Lux, Jeffree Star. I just I didn't watch that stuff, right? It was not something that was in my radar. But when Shane Dawson started doing these documentaries, and he was doing all these different things, I found them interesting. And so I started watching Shane Dawson. And yes, I know Shane Dawson was problematic and stuff. I get all that. And I'm not, it is what it is, right? But then when he started doing that series where he was documenting the building of his makeup brand and everything with Jeffree, I started watching it, and there was something about them that fascinated me. And I'm at a stage in my life where I've really gotten to where I really like watching people that are so polar opposite of where I come from and where my beliefs are and stuff like that, because I really want to try to get to understand people from all walks of life. It's important to me. So, because I feel like that is one avenue or one part of my life that I have not always been real receptive to, is listening to and understanding people from different walks of life. I wasn't never really early on in my life. When I was in my 20s, I was very strong-minded, very strong opinion, and was not receptive of all, and was, I guess, like you could even say, I was bigoted towards people that were in the LGBTQ community. But I've lived long enough to understand that, um, that was just ignorance on my part. And so as as times went on and I'm getting to see these type of content and stuff, I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity for me to kind of get a little bit of an idea. And of course, I've got friends now that are from the LGBT community, and it's what is so amazing to me is that um, it is truly a rainbow of people, right? What I mean by that is you have people like Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, Rich Lux, things like that. This what I term as the young gay, right, or the new gay. Um, and then you've got people like I know that are more my age and my generation that are the old gay, right? And their mindsets are different. It's really fascinating. And so it's a generational thing. And so but I watch these guys and they're entertaining as all get out. And I know that they are problematic and I know that they've done some horrible things and all that, right? And I don't condone that, and I don't like hype them up, and I don't anything like that. But I watch them because it gives me an opportunity to kind of see into that world a little bit and kind of get a little bit better understanding of things, I think. So that's, I guess, for lack of a better word, um that's my deal. So um and so I guess you could say it's kind of like a guilty pleasure, I guess, whatever, right? Is I like watching this stuff, and the thing that really cracks me up is how petty and stuff, and how they are just is they're like what's the word I'm looking for? They exaggerate things, right? And how they're dramatic about stuff, and it's just like when they'll like Rich when he'll take his fan and he'll have his fan and pop his fan and stuff, right? And so it just I find that fascinating. I don't know why, but it's just and I was like, I think honestly and truthfully, I think if I was given an opportunity, I wouldn't want to do this on camera, or I wouldn't want to do this like and make content of it. I don't care anything about that, but I would love to be able to sit down and like over a meal or something, and just sit down and have a conversation, just a genuine conversation with no cameras rolling, so that they don't have to put on no type of character, right? No type of show. Just be the raw, true selves. I would love to have a conversation with them and get to see the real person, and see how much of a difference is what they put out, the final product they put out, versus who is the real person. Is there a big difference between the two, right? I would love to see that. It will never happen. I don't see that ever happening or anything like that. But I would love to, because I find these people fascinating. I find that whole group of people fascinating. Um, and it's entertaining to me. So anyway, um, so let's see here. Let's look at chat a little bit, and then I got to get out of here. Uh, let's back up here. Beaver says, I don't like the LGBTQs, but I tolerate them. That's all I need to do. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's fair. I mean, as long as you're not mistreating them or mistreating not just them, but anybody, right? Because they're different than you. Just don't mistreat people. Treat people as decent human beings until they give you a specific reason not to treat them like a decent human being, and then just cut them out of your life and just don't have anything to do with them. That's my philosophy. I don't need to understand their world, and that's fair. Beaver, if you, but I don't. It's not that I have a need to understand it. I want to understand it. I think it makes me a better person to understand where people are coming from, so that I can see different. Because I don't believe for one moment that my views or opinions are the only views and opinions. They're my views and opinions, and they have changed over the years. And like I said, it primarily as I got older, as the longer I lived, I wised up enough to know that I didn't know everything. I don't know everything. I never will know everything, and I don't always have all the answers. And I think that's just from coming from living as long as I have. Let's see. So Empress K, you can snap most fans. So Grace was going to help Empress K get her some fans. Your sexuality isn't okay. Beaver says gays like Jeffrey and Shane are insufferable. Your sexuality isn't your personality. They are like that IRL. It's a type of gay. So I know what you're saying. They're beavers as far as sometimes, and this was something I had to learn. There's gays and then there's gays, right? And like there's ones who are extremely flamboyant and hyper whatever you would call, like what rich or like rich and James Charles, Jeffree Star, and Shane Dawson. I get what you're saying. They're extra, right? But that's okay. I don't think that necessarily makes them bad people. That's just how they are. I think a lot of it though is exaggerated because they are in front of cameras all the time. And I think, them being able to do that has give them the notoriety and following that they have is because they are extra about everything, right? So, Augie is gay. Well, he may be. I don't know. D-Max says gays of the woke and normal people. Sorry, I just woke up. I'm coming in hot. But no, I'm like I say, I've got people that are young around me that I've met, over the years that are gay, and they're extra. But they're extra because that's just who they are. That's just their personalities, but they're not in front of a camera. And they're like Jeffree Star extra or Rich Lux extra, but they're good people. They're just extra. And I've come to appreciate that. And I find that having people like that in my life that I can hang out and do things with every once in a while just makes it more enjoyable because they're so full of life. And they're just that extra little bit, and when I see them and get to hang out with them, I find it a blessing, and it helps this old man stay connected, I think, to the younger generations. And for that, I appreciate it, but, I get, not everyone is, not everyone subscribes to that. And I get that, but that's just, that's how I'd look at it and stuff anyway. So let's wrap this up. And let's see who all is doing what out there today. I know that, Nerdy John is going to go live today. What time is Nerdy John going live? Come on. Chrome is being such a pain in my keister these days. So Nerdy John is going live in exactly 18 minutes. Let's check this out here. There we go. Go over here, paste that there. So Nerdy John's going live here in about 18 minutes. Like I said, it looks like he's going to be talking about Cyrus. That is not something I'm comfortable covering just yet. I'm going to still be a little bit more, I'm going to still be a little bit more reserved on that one. I know, if you guys have not checked it out, the Whammon podcast, where Banana was on it, please do so. I still haven't gotten a chance to listen to it because work was an absolute thorn in my side yesterday. I'm going to try to get to it today, but I've had several people message me and said they really enjoyed it and said that they really liked it. So evidently Banana and I did make complete and total bumbling fools of ourselves. So, let me go out there and, let me find that and relink that to you guys. Oh, let's see here. Let me find that here. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Come on, come on. Where we at? This is always the one part of the show that I'm never prepared like I should be. And I'm a goomer for that. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Found it. So, the woman recording, here's a link to their channel. There we go. But like I say, their latest episode, it's episode 6. I don't know why, but they got us in a hot tub. I think that's a hot tub, and it got me in overalls. So anyway, go check that out. I was told it was like really good. Like I say, I haven't listened to it yet, and I should be able to say, yeah, it was good. But of course it was good. It had me and Banana in it. I mean, I think Banana is probably one of the most underrated entertainers out there. He's so darn funny. And if you just kind of let him off his leash a little bit, he is highly entertaining. So check that out as well. Banana, like I said, Nerdy John's going live here in about 15 minutes or so. We should have a show tonight with Dave, Thursday, with Nicholas Diorio. Not for sure what all will be talked about there tonight. But if it was anything like last night's show, it's going to be off the rails. Last night's show was, it's a mud bath, you fool. I apologize. It's a mud bath. Clear as mud bath. All right. So I'm old and all right. Yeah. Clear as mud. Got it. Mud bath. Got it. And that even makes sense because there was a segment in there where Banana talks about how me and him get down and roll around the mud and stuff. Yeah. So, all right. You got me. Geez, I'm so stupid sometimes. I really am just so stupid. But anyway, like I say, watch Dave's Twitter, watch my Twitter for that. Make sure you go over and check out, Nerdy after this. Like I said, I put the link in the chat there. And go watch him after this. He, like I said, he's gonna be talking about the Cyrus situation. Anyway, I've got to get out of here. I'm late. And but I've enjoyed our time this morning. You guys have a great day. Keep your powder dry, and I'll see you in the funny paper.